Derek, a narrow defeat in the end. Your reflection on that game, please?
Yeah, it was an extremely poor performance from us. It was the worst performance we've had all season, and we went to Leighton Orient, we didn't do well, but today was far worse than that. The way that we didn't create chances, the way that we defended. We've been really good in games recently, creating loads of opportunities, haven't taken them, should have more points on the board, but today wasn't that day. We were ponderous, we were slow, we weren't good enough in possession, and we haven't created enough opportunities to win the game. It was more in hope today that we were going to score a goal. It wasn't as in previous weeks that we knew or could have scored a goal. Today was one we might score a goal, and that's not been us, over the weeks.
How frustrating is that, given what has happened over the past?
Listen, I've had enough of it. We can't keep on, in weeks gone by creating chances and then today put in a performance like that. We've got players here that are more than capable of scoring goals, more than capable of putting in good performances, but today every single one of us wasn't good enough.
You'd probably argue before Crawley scored that particularly was the main thing that was missing, where we seem to have relative control on the game. How frustrating is it to not being able to take advantage of that?
Yeah, it was a 0-0 game. They probably had the better of the opportunities in the first half without many. And we got ourselves into good areas, but we haven't really got shots off. We haven't really troubled our goalkeeper, and we've been in good positions. But that's the story of the season so far.
You mentioned the injured lads. Plenty of factors, or so it seems, to be going against us currently at the moment. You can't use that as an excuse. I guess it's a case of carrying on.
Yeah, as a manager, it's very difficult when you do get injuries, and all clubs go through it. But today we should have had enough players on the pitch to come away with a positive result, and we haven't. We haven't defended well enough, as I said, and haven't been good enough in that final third.
Just under 450 supporters behind you there in that goal. Word on them and how they...
Listen, the supporters come here in really good voice, and back to players, back to management, back myself, back to staff, and we have let them down today. We haven't been good enough, and that's being honest. I try to be as honest as I can in my interviews and how I talk, and I do believe that in recent games we've had umpteen opportunities to get goals in good areas. Today wasn't that day.
I guess a lot to think about and a lot to action ahead of next weekend.
Yeah, we've got another game next week against Rochdale, but today is one that we have to look at, and we should have had enough quality on the pitch.